Hello, everybody. This is Justin Case of American Newscape, joining our friend and media personality Jerry Maldonado back for another installment of American Mentoring. Hello, Jerry. Welcome back to American Newscape.
Happy 20th show.
Yeah,
you like that proverbial smile I got going on?
Absolutely, Jerry.
Happy 20th show, man. Your viewers are awesome. Thank you, guys, for the Jackson views on the show. It's been an honor. I love it. I love doing this.
Well, we love having you, Jerry, and you've brought a lot to the table. So today we're going to talk about that
R word.
That R word. Everybody relax. We're going to talk about relationships. So, Jerry, what's happening with relationships?
God almighty. You and I are up in the echelon in age, and we've been there and we've done that. To me, I have learned so much from failure when it comes to relationships and learning about how I am as a person. And you and I do on my Facebook Lives, we always talk about what we attract, what we are as people and who we are. And basically, we're the same way in relationships with anything in life. We attract, whatever as far as people and circumstance and events. So relationships fall in the same category. If you're that insecure person, you can concur. If you're that insecure person, you're going to attract insecure people. Hence, and all the attributes that go, and I hate to say attributes, but those are all the personalities that come with the insecurities that we all carry. And the internet has really hurt a lot of people's feelings, man. I don't know if you can concur with that, because it's made people need the needs for validation, and the insecurities kind of jumped up a notch, and it really perpetuates out there on how we attract other people to us.
Well, I agree with you, Jerry, and it's a trap that a lot of people have. Insecure people can be attracted to insecure people. And that's not a place you want to be. We talk about the internet. To me, the internet is just, it can be a collection of people proving how immature they are. On the other hand, it can be a collection of people proving that they're vested. And when I say vested, their relationship with life, that they care about life, they care about the things that are important to them. And that type of relationship and all those other relationships, it's symbiotic. I mean, it's your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your family, your relationship with your friend. And you're exactly right. You get what you put into it.
Yeah. You remember that old, I think it was the Allstate commercial where they were holding the fishing line with $1 on it?
No.
That's basically us putting our personalities out there looking to catch fish. And you hit the nail on the head with ourselves, with that last mess of words that we kind of flooded together. You attract who you are. You can have the best facade in the world, and believe me, we all try to put out this beautiful facade, and as we see on a building, it's a beautiful thing. But what's going on the inside is real important. And if you're looking for someone out there, and you're that person who has a past to go with looking for someone out there, and a lot of pain and scars that go along with that, all you can bring to you is more of it. So it's imperative. I mean, this is why I post reels every day on self-love. It's you, and that's why I journal every day. It's myself and the world getting back to where I want to be, that centered self, as we always talk about here on America's Newscape. Because that confident self, not just a facade, but the energy. And it's a hard thing for people to grasp, but when they realize nothing matters out here, what's going on is in here. And what you're thinking about and what you're sending out in feelings and thoughts every day, that's the fishing line dangling your life for people that are going to match up with that. That's why I call it relation. add a hyphen to that and ship, and you go on a voyage together. And it's a hard topic for people to get. But who was that president that had that plaque on his desk? The buck stops here. Was that Roosevelt?
I
Do you
do
recall?
I do not recall, but that's a good question. We'll throw that out to our viewers. The president who had the
Yeah,
buck stocked
yeah.
here.
And if it would make the pain go away much quicker when you realize you're half the cause of why something didn't work out, because you attracted that in your life. And it helped me tremendously through the marriage that I had for 20 years and the past long term I went through, when I realized I attracted that because I was that. And you can't blame the other person, because if you're going out there as an insecure person or a needy person or this kind of person, you're going to attract those kind of people in your life, and all the bad things that go with it, the cheating and the narcissist and everything that goes with it. You can't blame other people for your missteps. When you get to the source of the problem, yourself, your inner core, your self-image, that's imperative. I mean, you really find out what you're sending out every single day.
You know, Jerry, I believe the people that are in the healthiest relationships are the people that put something out there. You know, they offer something to the world, no matter what that relationship is. You know, they they create substance, and I think a lot of people are looking for substance in that relationship. You know, and substance could be character, it can be so many things, and but there's another aspect or group of society that complains about not having substance in their lives, and you know, it comes back around to what you said, Jerry. They need to they need to put some substance out there to attract that, and the more
Yeah, oh,
more
yeah, yeah. You
the more you
go ahead.
harp on uh, what we attract and put out there, the more it settles home with me, and you're exactly right about that. So
Well, it's hard for people to grasp, because when I'm doing my reels every day on Facebook and on social media, I do my scrolling, and you see everybody out there blaming everybody else for their problems. But people have to realize, and this is the hardest thing: the buck stops here. It's the hardest thing for people to understand. When you get a hold of yourself and you understand who you are as a person and what you're sending out as a person, your personality creates your personal reality. That's a
right,
scientific aspect of it. And this is what changed me in so many ways. I was sending out the wrong signals, even though I was a good person, and attracting to me the same signals. And when they get to the point, when you get beyond the hurt, time doesn't heal old wounds. Only you can. That was a quote that I wrote many moons ago. I didn't get it. I wrote it, then I realized, wait a minute, I just wrote a prophecy that I didn't realize I was setting up. And that changed the whole paradigm of thinking on granted, in my opinion, though, of who I was as a person, and therefore attracting to myself as a person.
right, right. You know, I've always, and I've come to believe that in couples and relationships of couples, each couple has their own rules of engagement. And what I mean by that is, too often we see others judging relationships for other people. And
Yeah, oh yeah.
that's toxic. That if you catch yourself doing that, not only if you aspire to be like other people, or you're judging other people that they don't have the type of relationship that you believe they should,
Oh,
it's absolutely.
it's irritating.
Well,
It's a, ignorance is bliss. I mean, seriously, conformity. I mean, when you start, I've been there. I did that, man. Because we don't know. We're out there and we're trying to find our soulmate and sending out the best we can and being the best we can, and hopefully evolve in time, because we all change. We all change over time. Whether you bring up a great point as far as compatibility with people, people just are evolving in different directions. And this will hopefully stop the hurt, because that attachment thing, I've been there, I've done that with someone and other people in life, and that's hard. But if people realize what they're sending out, I'll get back to that topic. If you realize what you're sending out, you realize what you're getting back. And if you're not getting back what you want, then you've got to realize it's not life's fault. The buck stops here. It's you as a person. And if you can step back, like I do every day, I step back every day, and I make sure I dictate that person I am, who I want to be, who I want to become in life, and that confidence in self, you can only attract from that. You're a different kind of magnet now. That the earth is responding to. I know it's hairy-fairy to some people, but the same people who think it's hairy-fairy are the ones that believe in something they don't see. You know what I mean? It's a fact now. You know, we're a bunch of magnets, and what you send out, it's gonna stick.
Right, and you don't want a bunch of hairy-fairy sticking on you.
Or meatballs either, man. Yeah, I had to get that in tonight. But relationships, I mean, that's why they call it committed relationships. Commitment is hard, and you know it. I know it. The world knows it. And in a world, it's funny because talk about Tucker Carlson last week. I wrote a column for him like 12 years ago. I just read it. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot I wrote this. It said Facebook ... the new meat market. And people said, that'll never happen. It's a social media meat market now. You know, and I wasn't trying to do it in a way that was bad. I just saw what happened to my own marriage as a result. And by having that temptation out there for people, it only heightens the problem. You put an insecure person with a bunch of food in front of a person like that, they're going to go for it, sadly. So,
and you still hold to that. You still hold that Facebook is a meat market.
Oh, I see it every day, man. Every day, I'm on there all the time and doing
Yeah,
my work.
I was gonna say.
But I've seen so many people. It is. It's a meat market. You have prime rib in one spot, and you got pork in the other. It's everywhere, man.
Well,
but it's funny how I got ridiculed for that from Tucker's staff by writing that. Oh, you can't do that. I'm like, I just did. I'm an opinion writer. Remember? You know, it was funny. It was funny as hell. But at the same time, I mean, if you're vulnerable as a person, this is why people need to work on self. I mean, this is the main source. Yeah, we all want love. We all want to be loved and give love and have love. But if you're unprepared for it, I mean, you're going to get hit. And we prepare ourselves every day. Physically, we do this, we learn that. We forget about the inner core, ourself, and let the past control us. And it's a sad thing.
Well, plus, you know, we try and stay in the realm of reality because even with our show, Jerry, there's people that love some of the things we may say, but they're not professing that they love either one of us. They may love the energy that we put out there.
That's all that matters.
And people need to recognize that too in social media. But it's, you know, and the people that are susceptible to that, if it weren't social media, it would be something else.
Yeah, the good old days.
Yeah.
Where you actually had to meet somebody face to face, man. You know, and we had to actually have a dialogue and a feeling for somebody out there. I mean, what a world it would be.
Right.
You know, I mean, but thank God you and I were born before that.
Well, exactly.
We had to learn how to communicate, man.
Well, and we learned what not to say to others because it might offend them and they might turn around and hit you in the mouth, which was accepted by society. Accepted. The old jerk to the head, man. I learned that real quick. And it was nice. It's nice being 5'5" because I was able to duck a lot of these punches, man. But at the same time, if people can get back to their source, they're going to find a way, and they're going to find that perfect friends, a partner, or whatever they're looking for in life. Success follows success, and you can't keep thinking failure. What was that great movie? Trading Places. Remember that, Dan Aykroyd? Oh yeah.
And Eddie Murphy.
Well, I remember Jamie Lee Curtis from that movie, as most people do, but Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy.
That was Quantum 101. You saw one side of the world, and then you saw one side of the world. And when you flipped it, Eddie had to start acting like Winthorpe.
Yeah.
And guess what? He attracted more Winthorpe, man. And guess what Winthorpe did? He attracted more Eddie. This is what I mean. It's a mindset. It's a lifestyle. It's a feeling about self. So whatever you're sending out every day, whatever trading places you want to put in life, you got to be the part too.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, I encourage everybody to work on their substance. You know, let's start building our substance. Let's start building some layers of substance so we have something to offer.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll probably maybe next week we'll do a part two. I don't know. We could talk forever on this stuff, man.
Okay. All right, Jerry, why don't you leave us with some final R word relationship stuff?
Absolutely. Every day I look in that mirror as I'm getting ready to pretty this little face up, man. I ask myself, who am I? Ask yourself the same question, and you'll start finding some answers. Believe me, you ask enough questions, you're going to start getting some answers. If something didn't work out in your life, there's a reason why. Look to the source. If you remember that the buck stops here, with everything that happens in your life, you'll take responsibility for what's going on in life, and you'll realize what you're attracting in life.
Great advice, Jerry. Hey, everybody, this has been Justin Case and Jerry Maldonado bringing you American Mentoring. Thanks for joining us. Remember, additional information and links are provided in this video's read more. Today's the day to subscribe to this channel. Work on your relationships, and please take a few moments to learn more about Jerry Maldonado.